Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. Super Dave here with another exciting Masters of the Universe new Eternia review. That's right, we are finally getting a new Eternia Teela. Just take a look at this awesome figure. I love this artwork. Now, the only complaint I have, I've said it before, I wish she looked like this, just like with He-Man. Not a bad face, but like everybody's been saying, it looks like she's rolling her eyes or looking up weird, or she's high. I don't know, but not the best look, but the body looks good. And we're excited just to check this out. New Eternia, just looking cool. Some of the backdrop there. There's another beautiful portrait. Oh man, why didn't we get a face that looked like that? And then it looks like we're going to get some accessories to put her in her snake armor, which is cool. And yep, there she is. And even that proto, type portrait looks very good compared to what we got. Oh, Mattel, you're killing us. And we got a very beautiful Evelyn, New Eternia Evelyn. There's Teela's bio. If you'd like to pause and read that now, you certainly can. And we have already looked at Hordak and Cobra Khan, and we are finishing it out with Teela. And there's where it wraps around. There's her horse. And then there is some other images. And look, there's Castle Grayskull in the backdrop. Man, wouldn't it be awesome if we could get a new Eternia Masterverse, huge Castle Grayskull, would even be bigger than our classics. That would be wonderful. Masterverse on the top. And let's go ahead and come to New Eternia itself and break her open. And here we are on New Eternia, getting ready to take a look at our brand new Eternia Teela. And let's first look at our Teela's accessories. And first of all, our Teela comes with 2 sets of hands. She comes with a set of balled up fisted hands and comes equipped with 2 horizontally hinged weapon holding hands. And she also comes with this nice spear, which she's holding. Has a fairly nice metallic kind of look to it. It's very long. Then she comes, of course, with the controversial head sculpt that I'm still trying to figure out. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I like just about everything about this figure except for this head sculpt. I just don't like the lips, the eyes, the shape of the face. It's not pretty. And Teela is supposed to be pretty. Yeah. And I'm going to order a head from Hordak MX. But I want one that looks like that. That's what I want. Even a ponytail that's whooshing to the side like that. Somebody needs to do a custom head. See her cheekbone going in. Her face doesn't look as round as this one. I know that we have to be able to fit the snake armor in. And there's the snake armor, which looks fantastic. I love the snake armor. Looking really good. Look at the eyes. Just check that out. Nice, metallic, solid, very nice quality too, the feel of it. And I know that's got to go over top of this head, but okay, let's have this head for that, kind of like they did in classics, but give us a pretty head without the helmet and the armor, right? And then we have a really nice shield. Just take a look at this shield. I mean, we get a nice Teela shield in it this time. Very cool. It's got the serpents on it. Just very, almost, I don't know, Roman looking, but medieval as well. Just really cool. And then finally, we get her snake staff. And that is a nice touch as well. has more of a bronze copper look with some gold accents. And then it goes all the way down here to a tail where it kind of curls downward and just has a couple of rings there. But this Teela is looking really nice. We have the more muscular, muscle tone legs. We have the classic style outfit. We have the Masterverse style, you know, articulation, which we're going to look at. You can see her ponytail kind of, you know, is present, but it's not articulated. But yes, this Teela looks good other than the face sculpt. But now let's take a look at Teela's articulation. All right, bringing our Teela on in here. All right, looking at her articulation, she's going to be able to look up a pretty good amount, especially seeing that her eyes already have that looking up kind of look there. And she's going to be able to, well, her head will go down, but she's not looking down. That's about the only way to get her to look forward. See what I mean there? Yeah. Not able to look down very well. Not getting too much head pivot, just a tiny bit, but she will look side to side. Again, you can see that nice ponytail there. Let's go ahead and look from the back. Yeah, the head looks better from the back. All right, these arms will go out. I'm going to go ahead and remove this spear here, but the arms will go out to a full T-pose. They'll get full rotation. You do not get bicep swivel. No bicep swivel, no butterfly joint, but you do get a single jointed elbow with a swivel at that elbow hinge. We do not get any kind of gauntlet rotation. Of course, you have horizontal hinged and rotation at the hands. And I went ahead and equipped the fisted hands so you can see that will bend inward like so, but it will not get a vertical hinge, but you can have a horizontal hinge and swivel. Again, no swivel at the gauntlet. It's a shame there, but you do have swivel at the elbow again. All right, moving on to the torso. She is going to be able to sit up straight and bend back a pretty good amount, as you can see there. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's some beautiful swirls. See if I can adjust the lighting a little bit more so you can see the swirls in the outfit that are designed and molded in, which is really nice all the way through the outfit. You got this belt coming around here with, of course, this very classic looking Teela style outfit. But that's how far she can bend back, and then she's going to be able to bend forward just a slight amount. You're going to be able to turn at that bosom. You're going to be able to get a little bit of side to side. So let's see how much. It doesn't look a whole lot, but it's there. Got a little bit of cleavage going on there, just a tiny amount. And she will also swivel at the waist. And then, of course, as usual with Masterverse, you get full splits. There is that drop down method. It almost looks like you can kind of see the panties underneath the dress, if you can see there. So you kind of have that dual layer there. And she'll be able to kick up a decent amount, even with the amount there. There you go. And then we'll have, of course, a thigh rotation there. She'll have double jointed knees, which, yeah, if you force it, she will kick herself in the bottom there. And then you have a nice boot cut. You get full tiptoes with that foot. You go all the way up with that foot. And then nice rockers with the peg hole in the bottom there. I believe that is all of the articulation. I don't think we missed anything. This is a very soft rubber. You can see the details there going all the way around the back. There is a little bit of muscle tone in the arms. Not quite as much as we got with the other Teelas and like the Revelation and Revolution. But that's what we're going to do next, is do some comparisons. All right, so here is our two Teelas. We have our new Eternia Masterverse one on the left, and of course our Classics Teela on the right by Mattel. Now, there's something I have to say. I've always loved this Teela on the right, the Classics, but looking at this Teela, even with the face sculpt that is awful, I have to give the win to the new Eternia Teela because I love this headdress. I love this shield. I even like the staff, even though this staff I think looks a little better as far as the Cobra and the style. I like the size of this one. And I have to say I like her legs better. The muscle tone and the more natural look instead of just, these plastic looking legs with the, of course, non-double jointed. Now, as far as the pinlessness, they pretty much have the same style articulation in the arms. The Classics Teela has a little nicer gauntlet, but neither one of them swivel. As far as the head sculpt, I don't know. Neither one of these are a pageant winner, but let's go ahead and look at the Classics Teela with her regular head compared to this new Eternia, and you'll get a little bit different, I think, idea. Now, when I compare this Teela now, I have to give the win to the Classics because this is a beautiful head sculpt. I like her ponytail, her tiara. I also like the outfit. It just has a thickness and a detail to it. Even the collar that just really highlights, in my opinion, this beautiful face. And this is just a loser. That face sculpt and the skin tone on the chest doesn't match the arms. You see that almost yellow tone that when the light hits it. The outfit's not bad. It definitely does not lack in flair, but it does not have quite the detail and the depth. Or, I don't know, just, it's not, it is what it is. It's not perfect, but I like the new Eternia Teela. I'm going to have to get a new head sculpt. Let me try the head sculpt from Classics Teela on the new Eternia Teela and just see what it happens. I don't think the skin tone's going to match at all, but let's just see. All right. The problem, as you can see here, is that the head does not only not match in skin tone, but it also does not fit. You have a big peg on the top there, not as big as the men's, but it is big, and you have a tiny peg there, and I even using a little bit of tacky trying to make it hold on, it just pushed it in. Now, if you put that arm next to the head, it doesn't look bad, but like I said, the skin tone on the painted part of the chest is not matching the skin tone. It's a little bit more of a red here. So if the chest and neck were the same color as the arms, this head would work. And I would almost be tempted to Dremel a bigger hole and put this head on there. And I may see if I can repaint this chest. I don't know, I hate to do that, but yeah, it would work if it weren't for the fact that it doesn't fit and the skin tone doesn't match, but it would look pretty on this body. I've got some more Teelas to show you, but let me just give you a quick look at our new Eternia Teela next to our deluxe She-Ra. Now, that is a Hordak MX head sculpt on that body, and then you can see the 40th anniversary new Eternia, or actually new Etheria Teela on the right. Beautiful pearlescent outfit, but again, not crazy about the head sculpt. Same kind of muscular legs on this She-Ra as we have on this new Eternia Teela. So they're looking good together. I like this. Very pasty white She-Ra, and because of the head sculpt, tiara and stuff, that is a little bit taller over here on the right. But this deluxe She-Ra still looks excellent. We just need to get a swift win. Will the one that's coming out for a cartoon collection match up with this size? I hope so. We're looking forward to finding out as soon as we can get a hold of one. but these are looking awesome. Now here's a look at some more Teelas, and we have our Revelation Teela over here on the left, the more modern rebel, go off sow her wild oats kind of Teela after she got upset because she was never told about the secret about He-Man. And then we have our more Revolution Teela, or actually the beginning of Revelation Teela before she threw down her tiara. But she's looking cool next to this new Eternia Teela. So it really is going to come down to which of these head sculpts you like the best. I definitely like the outfit of this new Eternia Teela best. But let's see what she looks like with the new, the Revelation / Revolution, Captain of the Guards kind of Teela over here. Head sculpt. Well, I am proud to say that it does work, and I like it. Yes, I personally like this. I think that may be an upgrade. You still have the tiara. The hair's a little bit more up, a little bit more up than a ponytail, but that's okay. I'll take that because this face sculpt does match. Definitely matches. Looks good. Still, issue with the chest color, but the ball socket for the head is the same. But just look, which do you prefer? Which is prettier? This head sculpt or this head sculpt? I think I'm going with that one. And since I have an extra Teela in the Masterverse Revelation, I think I'm going to go with this head sculpt, be honest with you guys. And while we're at it, let's snap on that other head that came with our Revelation Teela. That is the Captain of the Guard style with her hair down after she threw down that tiara and said, the heck with this, I'm out of here. And she's got that mad look on her face and her hair's down. But look, that looks pretty good. It fits. The articulation really isn't any worse, and it matches. So I like this look. I'm going to use these head sculpts on this new body. Bravo. I like that. I think I like that even better. I'm still going to get one of the Hordak MX head sculpts and check it out. And I'll do a video when I get that in so y'all can see what it looks like on this body. But yeah, until I get that, I'm definitely going to use these head sculpts. And there it is with the snake armor on. And yes, the tiara does peep through a little bit, as you can tell. May be able to modify one of my head sculpts that I have with one of those Teelas so that I could fix that. But yeah, you can make that work. It fits over there, and beautiful face sculpt even with everything hidden but just the face. And here is our new Eternia Teela next to a Mythic Legion female warrior, as well as Andrea from the Revelation series, Masterverse Netflix series. And Andrea's a little shorter than this new Eternia style body, but they still look good together. This head sculpt still is lacking in beauty, even compared to the Mythic Legions and Andrea. I keep saying it, don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it's just an epic fail. But I like everything else about her. So there we go. And here is our new Eternia Teela next to our He-Man. I call her Femere. She's a custom. And then the new Eternia Revolution Teela. Snake Charm Teela, or the Goddess Teela, I think is what it was called. But you can see that the headdresses are definitely different. This is a beautiful Teela, beautiful face sculpt. Now, why didn't they just repaint this face sculpt and put it on this Teela? That would have worked, right? Made it a flesh tone Teela. I think that would have worked, because that's a beautiful face sculpt. The eyes, the lips, the jawline, everything, it just looks better than this one. Thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review. It's been fun reviewing this new Eternia Teela. Hope you'll come back and see us again soon. If you've not done so, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment if you have something to share. And we'll talk with you next time. Be blessed. Here's some photos in the photo gallery.